Hey everyone, excuse me. Hey everyone, it's Anthony, and I thought I would continue on with the podcast reading of Epicenter. For those of you listening on my podcast on iTunes and Podomatic, welcome. And to everyone else watching on my channel, welcome as well. We left off, we've read Chapter 1, Section 4 yesterday, and we're going to move on to Section 5. This is where the main character, Clark Young, is going to meet the CEO of Fisher Industries for the first time. So, if you have not heard any of the first parts of this reading yet, go on my channel. I'm going to have a playlist being made today of my readings of Epicenter, and you can just watch all three episodes, because this is the third episode right here. Alright guys, so without further ado, here's Section 5 of Chapter 1 of Epicenter. Section 5. 2 hours later, Jake and I were driving down to Fisher Industries. The building was massive, at least 20 stories tall. The immense steel building was the pinnacle of human technology and the ideal of the American business class. Looking at it, you would never think that it was to become ground zero for the largest biological disaster in human history. Pulling up to one of the building's parking spaces, we parked the car, checked to make sure our weapons were secured on our persons, and then left the car, ready for whatever Fisher Industries would have in store for us. "What the hell do you believe Fisher will be able to give us?" asked Jake. "Hopefully some answers. All of our leads have faltered, and the only avenue we haven't explored is this. Fisher Industries has used saxitoxin for numerous projects, and if we can get a list of all the people involved in projects concerning the poison, maybe we can get a lead on our suspect." "Let's hope so. What made you think of Fisher in the first place?" "Monica was telling me about an article she was reading at her doctor's appointment yesterday. And apparently this guy Fisher talked about projects using saxitoxin, and it all connected." "Monica, huh? How many months long is she?" 6 months now. I tell you, man, I can't wait for my son to be born. But it's shit like this Slayer case that gives me doubts about raising a kid in this world." "The world can be a fucked up place sometimes, Clark, but not everyone is as fucked up as the Slayer. There is good out there. It's guys like you who make me believe in the fight we fight every day." "Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's nice to have a partner who has your back, even when we aren't on the case." "Yeah, the 5 minutes a year we aren't on the case, right?" "Yeah, no kidding. Well, let's go talk to Fisher and see if we can get the suspect list." Walking into the building, Jake and I noted the immaculate silver-lined walls, the marble flooring, and the lavish leather couches across from the glass elevators of the building. A large, round-shaped table on the far corner of the lobby held rows of computers and young women talking to visitors or talking on the phone. Walking up to the desk, Jake and I brought out our badges and showed them to the young woman on the telephone. She was tall, with a California tan, light blue eyes, and soft blonde hair. Looking up, she set her phone down and smiled at the agents. "Can I help you?" asked the young woman. "Agents Young and Timmons, ma'am. We have an appointment to see Mr. Fisher." "Yes, I have you here in my computer system. Mr. Fisher's office can only be accessed by his private elevator. I'll show you to that elevator now. Misty, can you handle the desk for me until I get back?" The other woman, a young Asian woman with a beautiful smile and hazel eyes, smiled and nodded as she continued to talk to a group of visitors. The young woman, who introduced herself as Rachel, walked the two agents down to the lobby floor, turning towards the door that led to a long, metallic corridor. After about 5 minutes of walking in what appeared to be a maze, we were led to the elevator. Pressing the only button on the panel, the cab's doors opened, revealing a lavishly carpeted mahogany floor. Jake and I walked into the cab, turned around and saw that Rachel was still in the hallway. "Aren't you coming, dear?" asked Jake. No, sir. I'm going to wait here for your return. Mr. Fisher's secretary, Miss Brandt, will be waiting for you when you arrive on his floor. I'll be here waiting for you. Rachel smiled, leaned into the cab, and pressed the elevator's top button. She leaned out, and the doors closed in front of them. The elevator began its long trek up the building, humming all the while. Do you have a bad feeling about this too? Asked Jake. Yeah, but I'm not sure it's because something bad is going to happen or because we're going to find our suspicions about the Slayer being involved with Fisher were correct. I don't know. This whole secret elevator business usually leads to gunfights or conspiracy theories. Have a lot of experience with secret elevators, do you? I asked mockingly. Shut up, idiot. You know what I mean. This whole thing with Fisher seems like the right path, but I think things are going to get a lot weirder or more fucked up before they get better. They usually do, partner. That's why LA has us to protect it. Jake smiled, flashing that bachelor smile that always had a winning effect on the single ladies of LA. I nodded, and we then began to mentally prepare just as the elevator stopped, and the doors opened to reveal a beautiful African-American woman with hazel eyes and short brown hair. Hello, agents. I'm Miss Brandt. Mr. Fisher is expecting you. I'll show you to his office. Thank you, Miss Brandt. We'd appreciate that, I said, following the already moving woman down a short corridor with Persian carpets that led to a receptionist's desk. The woman stepped around the desk and knocked on the large oak doors in Mr. Fisher's office. Come in, Miss Brandt, called out a booming voice. Miss Brandt peeked her head in and spoke quietly to the man in the office. Fisher's voice boomed, telling Miss Brandt to lead the agents inside. And as she stepped aside, I entered the office first, getting my first look at Richard Fisher, the benefactor of the apocalypse. And I think that's where we'll end it, with him just entering the office of Mr. Fisher tomorrow or the next day. I don't know when yet. In the next episode, we'll be reading section 6, which I think is the last section of chapter 1. In that you will learn how the agents finally find their suspect for the LA Slayer killings. It's at the end of chapter 1 is where things start culminating with the serial killer case, and that opens up the door for the whole zombie apocalypse angle of the story. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Thanks for watching or listening if you're listening to the podcast. If you're on the podcast, please subscribe to the podcast, either on iTunes or Podomatic. Leave comments, like whatever it is you want to do on there. And then also on this video, please like this video, share it, favorite it, comment on it, and telling me who, whatchamacallit. Let's see. Tell me what you think Mr. Fisher, Fisher Industries, his role in the thing is. What his role in this crime is. Leave comments down below telling me your theories. Thanks for watching. Please also subscribe to the channel and help spread the word. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Alright guys, thanks for watching and listening. And I will talk to you soon. Love ya. Peace out, guys.